My favorite part about using Google products is Google Drive. Google Drive is an easy way to keep things organized across all of your devices. So whether your work is on your phone, your iPad, your computer, your mom's computer, or your dog's computer, you can access everything on Google Drive. It's amazing. All you have to do is log in and you'll have access to all of your files. Now, with all those files floating around, it might be easy to get very disorganized. One way that you can stay organized in Google Drive is setting up folders for all of your different classes, so that way nothing gets lost in translation. So, how do you create these folders? You click this plus sign in the bottom right-hand corner, and it'll give you the option to create a new folder. You should do this for all of your classes. So, for this class, it will be reading and language arts. Another cool thing is that you can include an emoji in your folder title. So for us, I might use a yellow heart and click create. The other cool thing about folders in Google Drive is you can change the color. So if you click those three dots right next to the folder and click change color, you can change it to match. So that way it's easy to see which subject belongs to which folder. Now, if you're someone who doesn't necessarily like to see everything in this kind of blown up grid view, you can also change the way that you view your Google Drive by clicking this little icon in the top right. And this will change it to a list view so you can see your folders and their full titles. Either way works. I prefer to use the grid view, but it's really up to you. Anytime you are asked to create a Google Doc or a Google slideshow on your own, you are going to come to Google Drive first. Now, I know it might seem like you should click the Google Docs app or the Google Slides app to do that, but it kind of makes things a little easier if you just start with the Google Drive app. Because before you start creating, you can open your reading and language folder, and then you can click the plus sign to add your Google Doc or Google Slides directly into the folder. That way it's stored in that folder before you even start. So I might create a Google Doc. I would always name the Google Doc or Google Slides. Do not leave anything untitled, saying untitled document or untitled slideshow. This will make things very confusing, so it will make your life a lot easier if you get in the habit of titling your documents. So I might say tutorial 2020 for this one. Then I click create. And then I can start working on my Google Doc or my Google Slide, whichever I have decided to make. Now you'll notice that I have a ton of Google Docs here, and it looks similar to Google Drive, but really we're in the Google Docs app. The Google Docs app, as well as the Google Slides app, is kind of like a dumping ground for all of your docs or all of your slides that you've created over time. You'll notice that they're not separated into different folders, even though they definitely are separated into different folders in the Google Drive. This is why it's a little bit confusing, and we don't like to start off here, even though we definitely can create a document from here. If we do that, it doesn't go into its specific folder. So it's just a lot easier if we start off in Google Drive to create our doc or slideshow. And as you can see, my tutorial is right in this folder, so everything stays nice and organized. Same thing happens for Google Slides. We'll name it and now we can begin working on it. The Slides app looks just as cluttered as the Google Docs app, but that's okay because this is just the dumping ground for all of the Google slideshows I've ever created. If I ever need to find a Google Doc or a Google slideshow that I've created, I'm still going to come to my Google Drive to do that, because first I can just look in the folder that I need or I can use the search feature to find exactly what I'm looking for. Another aspect of Google Drive is this little person icon at the bottom. This is the shared with me section of your Google Drive. Just like the Google Docs app and the Google Slides app are like a dumping ground for everything you've ever created, the shared feature on the Google Drive is a dumping ground for anything that's ever been shared with you. So this is never going to look organized for you. You can't put anything into folders. But this is useful because when something is shared with you, maybe your teacher has shared something with you or your classmate has shared something with you, and you know they shared it recently, you can look here for it. This part of the Google Drive updates automatically, so the most recent thing is always going to be at the top. So if you know your friend shared something with you a couple months ago, you might have trouble finding that. But if that's the case, you can click the search drive and you can search their name, and what they have shared with you will come up. So I'm going to use Johnson. And now anything that anyone with the last name Johnson has shared with me is going to come up here, and I can search for it. I could also search by email. So here I have my people at the top. I have Miss Johnson right here if I need to be more specific. And I can search her, and it'll show me everything that Miss Johnson has ever shared with me. She's very nice, and she shares lots of things with me. I hope this video has given you a little introduction to Google Drive and how you can use it to stay organized in your classes this year and beyond. Thanks for watching.